Okay. All right. No, I would love to have been there in person with you guys this week. Can you hear me okay? Sorry, I'm talking through an earbud. Is this clear? Is this make
We can hear you. We hear you. Yes. Yes.
okay? All right, good, good. So we had planned on being there with you guys this week, but I got diagnosed with COVID this morning. So if anybody thinks of us in the next few days, everybody else seems to be negative so far, but we'd appreciate your prayers. But I feel pretty much normal, or as normal as I get anyway. But no, I read through all the Parsha, and this is obviously a very important one, like my dad was saying earlier. And the main thing that I was left with was the idea that kind of the hinge pin of this entire Parsha, and the hinge pin of a lot of scripture, and you hear it quoted probably way too often, is the Deuteronomy 30:19. And excuse me while I read it, I want to make sure I don't misquote. But it says, "This day I call upon heaven and earth as witnesses that I have warned you, and I have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. Choose life so that you and your offspring will live." So we know this portion gets into a lot of nitty gritty details regarding those blessings and curses, but we won't get into all that right this instant. But just the idea that the Creator and the Creator's Messiah that we that the life that is therein, that we have to acknowledge that we believe, if we believe the Yeshua is the Messiah and that the Messiah is the Creator incarnate, then then when the Messiah says, "If you love me, you'll keep my commandments," that to love the Messiah is to live in obedience to the Creator, the Messiah's Torah, because it was the Creator that handed down the Torah at Sinai. And if the Messiah is the Creator himself in physical form, to show us not only salvation, but also to show us a living example of the Torah, of what obedience looks like, then the idea is that we are, as this scripture is admonishing us to do, is to choose life, a life of obedience, which Messiah again correlates to himself as saying, "But if you love me, you'll keep my commandments." Therefore, if the Creator is the Messiah, and the Messiah says, "Keep my commandments," and we know that the Creator gave the commandments to Moses at Sinai, and even before then, as there's evidence for, that the tree of life itself in the garden was the Torah itself, and how the early peoples, Adam, Eve, and Seth, and beyond, knew, and even up to Noah, knew different commandments and how to be able to differentiate between clean and unclean animals. That this is the Torah that the Creator is prescribing for us to choose in devotion and fealty to Him. Also, it is just as likewise important as the Messiah Himself restates to us in the scriptures that in the Brit Hadashah scriptures that we read every week, that on these two commandments pivot the entire law and the prophets, is to love the Creator with all that we have, with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to love everyone else as much as we love ourselves. That it is just as equally important in this choice that is being referred to in Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30, verse 19. It is also important that while it is each of our responsibility to choose life each day and with each action that we choose, it's equally important that everyone else has this choice as well. And that it's not our job to judge or to make uncomfortable those who haven't chosen the hope that we have found in the life and light of the Messiah and the Creator. And as we now understand, the Creator's prescription for this life is being the Torah, the tree of life. It is our job not to judge those other folks' choices, but to shine light and within ourselves, within our own life, in our own actions, to the light and the love of the Messiah, that those who haven't previously seen this life of a believer as their clear choice, that by our chaste behavior, and moreover our chesed, our loving kindness towards God and towards one another and towards as this parsha even talks about, the sojourners, the strangers, those people who are outside the covenant with us at this time, that if they haven't seen this life as a believer as the clear choice for them, that by our, again, chaste behavior and our chesed, loving kindness, that they will be drawn to the Creator and the Creator's Messiah and that tree of life that is the Torah. And that we know that the Torah is truth, but if we present that truth without tact and loving kindness, then we are making the Torah a cruelty to others by stripping it of the love that the Creator sowed into it to begin with. So I just wanted to point that out. That you know I don't know if this is a necessarily a thing that everybody would agree with, but it is my conviction that the Torah, while absolutely is the tree of life, the Messiah is God incarnate. He died for our salvation and rose again to redeem us from the grave and defeat death, hell, and the grave. That the Torah and the commandments therein apply to people who are in covenant with the Creator. And that if there is someone that you meet who does not profess to be in covenant with the Creator, to be someone who is trying to live the life that we're living and trying to be obedient to the Creator and His Messiah, that these commandments do not apply to them. And so that we should not judge them or look down upon them for not trying to live the way that we feel like we should live in fealty and obedience to the Creator and to His Messiah, to His Torah, that we should love them uh, and try and through our good deeds and through a life of truth and light in the Messiah to hopefully show them the value of being someone who serves the Creator and believes in their Messiah. So uh, that has been my experience personally, both to know the Messiah is to love him, and therefore, for me to prove my love to him is to be obedient to his Torah. And likewise, it has been that if I will show the love and the grace, and even to the point of sometimes even making excuses for others, because they're the same excuses I try to make for myself internally for things that I do or don't do that I should be doing, to try and basically leave as wide a path and paved with as much loving kindness as can be mustered to others, and to always be kind without exception, regardless of where other people are coming from. That this is the way uh, to not um, win friends and influence people, but hopefully to show people the unconditional love that the Creator first showed us, which is what all drew us, if we were honest, all to Him to begin with. So, anyways, that is the totality of what I wanted to say tonight. I thank everybody for the opportunity to speak, and just pray that every blessing will be on you in this season of all. And I can't wait. Hopefully, everything is mopped up and cleared up on our end. We'll be able to spend Rosh Hashanah with you all next weekend. But either way, yes or no, we will definitely be with you all in spirit, and can't wait to see you all again. Shalom Aleichem.